is Tavi and I'm an illustrator, and today is my vlog number 5, and in this vlog I'm going to talk a bit about my work, about my recent work, and just one project in particular today, because I'd like to tell a story behind it and the technique, as well as the way it comes when you order it on Etsy, because it's one of my Etsy listings as well. So I decided the first one, because that's going to be like a series where I just introduce all of my Etsy listings in short videos. So the first one is going to be this one, which I called that noise from outer space. And this one, I'm just gonna unpack it because it actually has this like nice sticker and label and just my social media websites on the other side. But I'll just open it because it has this like sheen that is a bit annoying. But yeah, so that's the print. And the A4 size of it comes in the gloss photo paper that is I think 230 GSM. I decided to print it on a glossy paper because it gives this like nice depth for the picture. And this one, I think it still gives it a bit of a shine because it's on a glossy paper, but I believe it's okay. And so this one was inspired by my childhood memory where, well, I was a big fan, and still I'm a big fan of space and astrophysics and all that kind of stuff. So as a kid I was very interested in that. I loved looking at the sky at night, and sometimes I would be out at night with my parents somewhere, you know, like in a cottage in the summer or something, and I would be hearing these weird noises, like noise coming from somewhere far, and I didn't know what that was because it was obviously late at night, so everybody, I thought, should be asleep, and I thought that noise is actually coming from space, because you know there's such a big objects kind of moving around in space that they must be making the noise, because you know the stars are up and there's nothing much else happening. So the fun, I thought, is just like, you know, maybe planets colliding or something, and they just creating this like noise with the explosions of just, you know, cosmic explosions and stuff. And basically what it depicts is like one of them, and just my imagination of what the sound might be. And the noise was actually just coming from like the highway that was not so far, just from the road. And you know, it was just very, very simple reason, but even though I know it now, when I hear it, because I live quite close to the road, I still kind of like to imagine the same thing, and that's what I decided to illustrate in this piece. And actually this one is probably one of the minority pieces that I created that was purely digital, so it doesn't have anything else added. Like it had like sketches initially. I can show you for the idea, but then it doesn't have any like ink marks that were scanned in and made into the final piece. So that one is very digital, because this one I created not so long after I received my tablet, where I can draw directly on the screen. So that changed the game for me as well, because I never, before I had just a vacuum one that was very small and not very helpful. I mean, it was helpful, I've had it for like maybe 8 years and it works well, but just drawing directly on the screen with this one is much better. So that one was like one of the first ideas for this piece, and I'm trying to find something else as well. But yeah, it was nothing much more than just that one. Pencil drawings, and that's it. And then I just carried on digitally. I tried to like kind of stretch the format a bit, so the composition is a bit like longer than normal, like A4 sheet size, because I wanted to really show and kind of highlight the big sky, night sky, and the just huge space that is, you know, just very nighty, very nocturnal, and just showing off these big objects that are like two planets, you know, colliding and creating the noise, and just this kind of lonely space and very like hollow fields with just some trees and snow, and make it rather cold and lonely. And there's a dog as well, which is my dog, but I'm not sure that's me. This one was the little dog was inspired by my dog. It looks exactly the same, and also because those memories were also kind of triggered by these evenings when because I just got a puppy like 6 months ago or something, or 5 months ago, and so I had to get used to like taking him out before bed later at night, because he had to like before we trained him. So I just kind of kept hearing these noises coming from the road again, and that's how this piece was inspired as well. There's also a A4 version of it, and that is actually on a different paper, so I'm going to show you that as well. So I'll have to unpack this one as well, but I'll just put it in the new sleeve later on. So yeah, so all of these, so these two sizes are on my Etsy shop, and so yes, I just wanted to show you the way they come if you order them, so you know exactly what you're getting. And this one is actually coming on a different paper. This one is matte. It has this linen canvas texture, which I think is very good for this piece as well, because it's very blocky and has a spot color as well. And it's rather like strict with lines and blocks of color, so it doesn't have any like super like free lines or anything. So I think the texture kind of adds to the richness of it, and you can see the detail very clearly, because I think it looks better when it's bigger as well, because it just has some small detail, and also it shows just the vastness of that night sky there as well, and the planets. So I think it looks great framed as well. So yeah, and so all of the prints, the A3 ones, come in tubes, so they're rolled, and the smaller ones come in the like padded envelopes, and they all just kind of supported by a piece of cardboard as well. And also, if you're not familiar with like why the white spaces, like why there's this white space around the artwork itself, is because if you decide to frame it, it just makes it so much easier, because the frame doesn't cover the edges, so that it kind of gives this like breathing space for the artwork. So basically, if you frame this into a standard size A4 or A3 frame, it has this like a bit of this white edge, so the artwork just looks better, and also like it's just, you know, it just doesn't cover, so like it doesn't look like it's kind of crammed into the frame. So every print has that the A3 one as well. So it's just, you know, it's a bit easier for you as well if you decide to frame it. But you can also request it just borderless if you just like to have it as a like poster on the wall or something, and you'd rather not have the white edges around. So that's up to you, and you can just drop me a message. Also, the prints, every print comes signed as well, so it has a bit of a thingy here. So I'm just trying to make it as, you know, personalized as possible. And every Etsy order that I dispatch comes with like a written thank you note, and I normally put something a bit of extra in as well, especially for like bigger orders, because I think it's important to just, you know, appreciate your customers and just make people happy, and I love surprising people, and you know, it just doesn't take much. I think it will look really good if your walls are white, or if you have like some blue, dark blue, cold color palette objects, or you know, interior details. So yeah, I think that will work for you then. Or just if you have something like a space themed bedroom or something, I don't know. So I'll drop the link to my Etsy shop down below, and let me know what you think about it. Let me know if that communicates well as an illustration, what you think about the concept itself. And also, do you have this like weird beliefs as a kid that you realize were not true, but you're just making them up to make your life more fun? You know, just let me know about them down below in the comments. And thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.